this is just first thing in the morning. Get some sheep in. All ready for the shearers. Come through here. So after morning tea set up there, and afternoon tea, I'm gonna get hot drinks there. We're just about to finish up, so Robert's just sleeping. She doesn't want to go in. Let's go collect the place. And then when it goes around here, it's called shearing. So it takes off all the greasy sections of the wool.
These are the sheep. That's my dad that's helping with shearing, eating. And these are the sheep. There's one that's sheared. There's lots of sheep that have been sheared. And the shearers are in the shearing shed, shearing. There's some lambs here. Then there's Lammy up here, Lamb up there, sure. Yes, he is. There's lambs. There's our young lamb. It's just in there. You can see its head. These are the sheep that the shearers aren't gonna shear, and you can see a lamb just there. And there are the shearers, but a couple. That there's a truck that we're gonna put the hay bales on. This is the sheep that the shearers are gonna shear. There's about 50 here, and Paul's just here.
I thought you were going to jump in it again. So the fleece is just coming off the sheep and Luke's about ready to throw it.
For Matthew that's playing on the hay bales. Matthew's eating an apple, which he is not supposed to be. And right now Matthew's trying to get away, so he's not in the video.
Riding Finn for the first time? What? I said riding Finn for the first time. Look how close you are to the sheep. Oh, the sheep. Finn, it's supposed to ride. Out here with the sheep. They decided to run into the scrub, and so Opal's just minding the little baby lamb until we get them caught up to the mom. Remember, they're such sweet little dogs. Isn't it interesting how the lambs know as well it's okay to be with them? It shows Blair out. There we go. Bring in the sheep. Finn, busy eating. Come on, Bolly, push him up. Come on, Bolly, push him up. There goes Peter. Bolly. That's it. He's one happy chappy. There we go. All the sheep coming in, having a discussion. There's the little lamb, and coming in behind.
Opal was running a bit too fast for it.
Oh, was she? And here come the cows to help. I don't know what it is with the sheep. Whenever the sheep's alright, Finn. Whenever the sheep come in, the cows come in too. I think Dad's saying, "Bang, get the cows out the way." Oh, the joys of shearing on a farm. Millie thinks the lamb is something to play with, just to realise it's not, huh? Shearing entertainment. Yeah, so I'm hoping, whoa! It almost got us. In the tree! So Ben, Peter, Paul and I are doing the sheep today. He's back there. And Peter's driving for now while we're in the open paddock. Right, and Paul is the encourager, aren't you?
Yeah, telling me to have some fun.
Yeah. Just finishing, getting the sheep in. Peter's going to drive home. We've also not only got one pet lamb, we actually had 2 pet lambs now. So here's one. This one here is Joy. And here's our other little pet lamb. Oh, I don't think he's got a name yet, actually. Yeah, ready for a feed. There we go.
Right now.
Yeah, just a moment. So, yeah, Matthew's there feeding Joy.
This one is Isaac.
Oh, that's right. Oh, it's Ruby. You did switch to Ruby, did you?
This one is Isaac.
And this one's Isaac, and his nickname's Zach. And he's a little pig, aren't you? You love your feeds, don't you?
Yeah,
yes, you do.
She's feeding a lot quicker.
Look at that. She's ready for a feed. See, just can't help herself. Yeah. So, Ruby. My apologies. Here's Ruby having a drink. Well, and a breath of fresh air. And some more. There we go. That's so cute.
Yeah, her eyes covered to pretend she's under her mother's utter. So
Why's that?
to make the head up come up. See, this is what I mean. This one's a little pig. He'll come for you anywhere.
Yeah, so the reason why it's important to get their head lower down is
See,
because
look at him now.
is our sheep have 5 stomachs, so when they're a lamb, it needs to go into the correct stomach. So we need to keep their heads down low and up so it can go on the right tummy. So yeah, shearing is pretty well done. We do have our rams to shear, but now comes the next part. So first you've got to bring sheep in, get them sorted. We need to shear the sheep, we need to feed the shearers. But then, what happens to the wool? So come across over here and I'll show you. This year's a little bit different because our shed fell down. We actually asked our faithful truck driver to borrow his trailer while we're shore, and we kept tarps on there to keep it, keep all the dew and moisture, any rain off. So this year, he just has to come and pick it up. Our rams just still waiting to be shorn. I'll be shorn this week. I'll give you a quick tour of the shearing shed. As we wander through here, I'll turn the video around and show you a little bit about what's what. The shearing shed has the area where the shearers connect their handpiece to shear the sheep and their motors. You always have penning areas so that each shearer can have their pen where they collect their sheep and bring them through, which then always it'll lead to a bigger yard out the back for the sheep to come through. So yes, this is the board where the shearers shear. When as you saw in the video of the rouseabouts. They would come pick up the fleece and throw it onto the table here. The table has these rails so that the loose wool can fall through, because that gets put into a different section. These here are called wool bales. Here's where we pick up all the spare bits and pieces that are on the ground to go into what's called the locks. There's normally a bale there, as you would have seen in previous videos. These are the special brooms that are used to collect the wool that runs across or is left on the ground after the shearers have shorn. The boys will sweep the board. It works much better than a normal broom. Here's our wool bale. So it's like a press, just hydraulically used. We have scales. Each bale is supposed to be 200 kilograms. The wool bale, the bag, like I showed you just there, goes into here, and this comes down and presses the wool down to compress it. And then the back here pops open to let out each wool bale. And this year we normally of course had a shed out there, but we stored it each day. We put it onto the board out there and then we'll take it to the truck. Every shearing shed will have different areas. So here is the AAAE, which is your tender wool, which means the wool will break. Let's see if I can show you here. So here's the wool. There'll be a break, a weak spot in here. Let's see, can I do it while I hold the camera? I don't think I can. Can we do it? Let's just grab it. It should tear. That wasn't a very good rip. Yeah, so as you saw, it was a bit hard doing one hand. So I just stopped the camera to pull it, but you can see it's split into two pieces here now, when it should be one full length. So that's called tender. Has to be baled separately. Over here is the AAM, which I've actually forgotten what that one means. I shall look it up. This one is BLS, which means bellies. So they always shear the belly of the sheep first before they shear the rest of the sheep. Let's see, I'll get a belly out. So there's a belly, laid out. So that's their tummy, in other words. So yeah, that's the outer side, and here is the inside of it. That needs to be put into a separate bale as well. Over here is the PCS, which means pieces. So these pieces is when the rouseabout goes around the whole fleece and takes off the greasy bits of the wool. See how it's quite a bit dirtier than even in the bellies. And that other fleece, the tender fleece, I pulled apart. That needs to be baled separately too. It needs to go through a different cleaning process. Bruce has baled everything that he can for now because our truck driver's here to take our wool away. But these are the bits that'll be left over. Hopefully with the rams and shearing the rams, it'll make another bale of each of these things so that we can just put all the bales together and get them sorted. But I guess the question is what really happens to the wool now? Every farmer has sheep. Well, not every farmer. The farmers that do have sheep have their sheep. They need to be shorn. Then the wool gets put in these bales. They get put out, and wow, let's do it. Did you ever wonder what happens, where it goes to? Well, yes, it's on a truck. Now, where is the truck going? The truck is going to go to Outer Harbour, where it gets stored there, and then it also gets sold. It doesn't get sold in a normal way. It doesn't have a specific price. It just depends on whatever is the market and the world market is happening at the time. We sort of get left with whatever the stocks and the buyers want to pay, depending on what's going on around the world. And yeah, we can put a reserve on it though, so that we can sell our wool at a certain price. So we can hold it, or we can sell it at the price they say. So here we are finishing off the rams. The shearers have had a full day's work on another farm. They've just come to finish off our rams because they know it's rained. So they got a rainy few days. We have nice big rams and they're generally very well behaved. Yeah. You can see the fleece coming off nicely there, getting ready to be laid flat and to be picked up and thrown onto the table here. Yeah. So come back so we can watch Dad throw the fleece. Okay. There we go, he's nearly done. He's going to bring the fleece together in a minute. His last few strokes on the back. And fleeces are big fleeces. Whee! Look at that. Nice fleece. Now we skirt it. So Luke and Bruce are starting to skirt the fleece. There we go. Alright, I better go. Paul wants to show me something.